Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and a very warm welcome to Talking Heads. My name is Dr. Madalene and I'm going to be with you for the next 26 minutes on USA Global TV and Radio. And I welcome also E360 TV viewers, LinkedIn, Instagram and Facebook as well. And as well as some more like Amazon TV, Roku TV. My goodness, there's so many that we're just so blessed. Is this channel, USA Global TV and Radio. So what I'm going to do, first of all, before explaining to you about today's topic, is we need to clear the energies. So what we do, here we go, here's the singing bowl. Because remember, everything is energy and everything is connected. So wherever you've been, you're carrying that energy in your energy field. Even if it was a good experience or bad experience, you're still carrying it. And even though it's a good experience, that good experience is not going to fit into the next frame because you need a different experience and you need different energy. Therefore, we start with like an artist palette, a clean canvas. So here we go. Let's just clear everything. Go. Here's the singing bowl, and what it does with the mallet, the vibrations, the combination of the metal alloys, the mixture of them, fusing with the mallet, producing sound and vibration. And what it does, it clears all the ions, all the stagnant energy within the room. Again, you can use it for your chakras, your lower chakras, your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus, and your heart. Then you can go on to this one, which is a higher frequency. And this is, if you feel it's really dense energy, you need to just cleanse it more. So you go like this, tap, and go round like this. And it has a resonance and a vibration. And what it's doing, it's making sure that everything around the room of stagnant energy is clear. It brings clarity. It brings clarity into the energy. So it alchemizes. Alchemize means it changes stagnant, dense energy. The sound and frequency purifies it and alchemizes it, changes it to a pure energy, a lighter energy, and then it goes off and does, the energy then goes off and does its next mission, because everything is energy. And you can go this on your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye, your crown chakra. Oh, and I forgot to say, the mallet also, the lower chakra is, we've got the earth chakra, which is the 10th chakra. Yep. So the earth chakra is connected to the womb of Mother Earth. Next, just so that, because we're on air, just so that it's all nice and clear, this is selenite crystal. What it does, it brings clarity and it breaks down denser energies as well. And it helps you connect to your higher consciousness as well. So there we go. Let's just wave it through. There we are. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. Okay. So that's selenite crystal and the singing bowl. Okay, beloved hearts, for today's topic, we are going to discuss and talk about unlocking your inner power. Believe, embrace, and become your best self. I know it's quite a mouthful, it really is. So first and foremost, usually on this program, I have downloads, but Spirit told me that I need to hop in a time machine and go back to 2022 when I started to write, being connected to Source and just kind of downloads through writing or typing. Well, actually, it was writing, and then from the writing, and then I put it into typing. So this was called I Am Love. And it was written 11th of July, 2022. I don't know why, but the energy of unfoldment of true greater love and greater light, which has now been activated within the crystalline energies of planetary Earth. Now, what I mean by activated the crystalline energies, okay, so Mother Earth has a crystalline grid. It's like a matrix. It's a crystalline magnetic grid. And before it was more dense. But since the golden age began, so 2012, sorry, the age of Aquarius, 2021, her crystalline grid changed. Her grid turned more crystalline. So it's been rising and rising from the root chakra of Mother Earth. So what I'm trying to say is we have chakras as a human being. We have all our 7 chakras. Actually, we have 12 chakras, but the ones that are most known are the 7 chakras. So at the same time, Mother Earth, planet Earth, our home, she has her chakras. So what's been happening is, as it's been rising up from the root chakra of Mother Earth and finally meeting, so the root chakra is the crystalline grid. It's like the womb. It's been rising up the energy to meet the universal cosmic energy of divine love and light. So masculine and feminine energies. So as that's been happening, we also have our masculine and feminine energies, and that's not gender. It's more to do with the energy. So feminine energy is intuition, inner knowing, caring, compassion, unconditional love. Masculine is more light, wisdom, action. So what's been happening is that because her root chakra is moving and turning into crystalline, lighter, our bodies, we're feeling it too within our bodies. So what's happening is our bodies, our masculine and feminine energies have been going into balance. And when we're out of balance, it will have effect in every aspect of our life, from our physical to our mental, to our energy that we project out. So auric field. Okay. So because of this, we are becoming lighter. So we're going from a carbon dense body to a more crystalline, lighter body. And because of this, we will find that because we're aligning ourselves and purifying ourselves, we will no longer be able to eat such kinds of food that we may have eaten before. So certain foods, certain people, certain energies, certain countries, certain places that you felt comfortable with, you no longer feel comfortable because you may find that you were there with those people at that place at that given time because you were there to keep your friends or the company that you were keeping at the time happy. So then when you go back there, because we're all going into our own intuition, we're all going to our inner knowing, we're all going into what we love, what we want to do, what we love, what makes us happy. What's happening is our ego drives the separation. So our ego drives the separation from our heart, from what we truly want to do, because your soul and your heart know exactly, it's on point, knows you. Your soul, your heart, your inner child knows you. The ego is there for separation, to be more in contact with the outer world rather than the inner world. So the ego is there to drive us to distraction instead of being on point and being on our mission. But there is a purpose for the ego, because sometimes if we still have certain energies that we haven't dealt with, lower vibrational energies, then they need to come up to the surface. And who helps us more than anyone? Thank you to the karmics. Yes, our karmic relationships. Wow, karmic family. They are there to help us to truly awaken to the full function of what our ego and what the purpose of our ego is. So the karmics are there to keep us on track, or we're on track with the ego, so that you're not in connection with your heart and soul. The karmics will give you the feeling that you are in your heart, but you're not, because it's a trick. It's a trick. Therefore, one needs to when they're in a karmic situation, a karmic event, or a karmic relationship, you do need to take time on your own. The reason why is it's called hermit mode. And if you go into hermit mode, like you go into your cave, you will find that you won't be missing your karmic as much as you thought you did. You will feel that there's no neediness anymore, because karmics are there so that you help them through something. You feel needed. You feel wanted. You feel loved. You feel that's appreciation. At the same time, you feel that's love. But it's far from love. It's love in a way because the karmics have volunteered to become the actors in this life and give you that live experience so that you do become aware of when the ego is in full control. So that's great about the karmics, because it helps you to bring things up that sometimes you're not even aware were there. And maybe these karmics the other karmics will drive you crazy and go, I can't do this anymore. I just can't. I'm absolutely physically tired, mentally tired. I can't just please them anymore. It's just not working. I'm not resonating. It's just not working. I can't do it. And that's when the karmics have completed the lesson, because the karmics are there to awaken you to your full potential. Although consciously, they don't want you to be awakened to your full authentic self or your full potential, because their job is to keep you in love with your ego. But with the karmics, you will receive the ego death. So the ego death is when the ego faces the heart and the heart faces the ego, the soul, the inner knowing, and there's a conflict. But the ego always will have to subside, because it's part of the programming of the ego. That's why it's called the ego death. But our soul never dies. Our light never dies. But the ego does make that completion to the ego death. And the ego's so happy when it has an ego death, because wow, we've completed our mission. Woohoo! Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the camps are going, yeah, yeah, yeah. And they go off and maybe then the karmics will maybe then they will learn from you, because they've succeeded and they've done. The karmics have to do their job without consciously knowing they are doing a good job for the divine, because everything is connected at the end of the day. Wow. Do you know, I was going to read this and then I'm like, I received a download. Oh my goodness. So love the universe. So love them. The guardian angels, cosmic beings. Okay. Right. Right. So the seventh golden age is for humanity to join as one collective consciousness. So that means so that Mother Earth completes her planetary ascension. There is no going back. Once you are on the path of awakening and ascension, there's no going back. There's no matter how much programming, there's no going back. There might be where you take 2 steps, but you don't go back to your old self, not when you're ascending. I'm going to read out some words here that may resonate with you, but these are words that are from a 5D, and it's the heart language. Okay, so, and remember, the heart and the soul is the feminine energy. So it's our feminine energy. So right now, have you noticed in the outer world, why is it that we have the rise of the female, but the rise of the female gender? In actual fact, when we then relate to the inner world, it means that it's the rise of the feminine energy. So it's not gender, it's the feminine energy within a man or a woman. It's soul speaking, soul lighting, soul awakening. So I understand where there's a big rise of women, where women on the outside world have been suppressed. And so it's almost the female has to come to balance to the male. So therefore, because the feminine energy has been distorted, the female gender has been a distorted female because of the superiority of the male gender and the distortion of the male energy. Oh my goodness, this is getting quite complicated. I'm like, what? Oh, I kind of can see it. So what I'm trying to say is, because we've lived eons with the distorted male energy occupying male and female gender, but on the outside world, it's not recognized as male distorted energy. It's just recognized as just male as in gender. So what I'm trying to say is, unlocking your inner power is about balancing the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And we are slowly coming away from the distorted female energy and the distorted masculine energy to build this new earth. This new is to be seventh golden age from our heart and our soul, to be about compassion, unconditional love, being honorable. Honor your promises. Very important, everyone. Honor your promises. No matter what you promise someone in verbal speaking at that time, you must honor this. Because what happens is, everything is energy, and anything that's spoken, anything that's thought, the energy has to manifest. It has to go into the universe, and anything that's brought through, it has to manifest, because it has to have the cause and it has to have the effect of that cause. So be careful of your words and thoughts, and especially if you have promised something to someone and you go, oh, well, I promised in that moment, as if I can really help them, really. I mean, at least, they were happy at that time. Yeah, they were happy at that time, but they carry that energy with them, and they expect that call. They expect that deliverance. They expect that promise. And so does the universe. For that promise, the energy, because you've created it, you've manifested it, you've put thought into thought form, words into form, and because it's cause and effect in a 3D world, everything has to manifest. So even though you didn't go back to that person, that's registered as a negative promise. So it's almost, so it has to register in the big matrix of the universe, or the earth, whatever you say it, and it will be registered as a negative because you didn't fulfill the mission. That energy has to go somewhere, and that energy goes, it's almost like second hand, has to go to the repair shop, or go to the energy is it's like a beautiful brand pair of shoes that you buy in a beautiful, I don't know, a designer, and you've saved up your money and you just love it and you wear them and you're happy and happy and happy. Suddenly you go to the shop, you've saved all that money, and guess what? Those shoes are not those gleaming, beautiful slippers. They're just old, tarnished shoes that have been worn, and the heel is worn down. You'd feel unhappy, wouldn't you? Well, guess what, everyone? That's what the energy feels, because the energy has feelings. Yes, it does. I know it's a bit weird, this. It's so weird. It's so weird. I was going to read lots and lots of stuff, but I got a download. So energy is live. Energy doesn't die. There is no death to energy. It changes into a different form. So if you do not fulfill that promise, or go back to that person and say, hey, I know I promised this, but at the moment, then that's okay, that person. So that means that that energy has manifested to its full potential. But if you just leave it and just don't go back to that person, guess what? That energy has to go somewhere, doesn't it? And that energy goes, and very unhappy that energy is, that energy goes to the whole matrix and goes, oh, I didn't fulfill it. They didn't fulfill it. So think of it this way. Think of it, it's not just about your life. It's about the collective. So think about it, everyone. Think about what you say. Think about what you think and feel, and make sure that you're honorable, because when you awaken to your heart and when your feminine energy is in full alignment and not distorted, you will be honorable. And if you're not, what happens, and it happens to me, I've done it a couple of times, and it's like a nudging. It's a nudging saying, hey, you haven't fulfilled this energy. Hey, there's something missing. And it's kind of a bit fairy tale, really, like. And you know what? At the end of the day, we're meant to be like that anyway. We're meant to be more childlike in essence. So that's honorable. So observe others without passing judgment. So when you start working on yourself, self-improvement, physically, mentally, spiritually, just working on self-improvement, there will be no room for judging others. Why? Because you're going to fall in love with yourself. You're going to just wake up and think, what do I want today? What would I love to do? What would I love to eat? How can I make my life better? Because people see this. They see the light. They see the glow up, and they go, what are you taking? Have you changed your makeup? Oh, I bet you've put a different concealer on, haven't you? What health drink are you eating? What are you doing? You must be doing something. Oh no, and then you just say, I'm breathing in life. And they go, huh? Yep, I'm just pausing. I'm breathing in life. and having the most magical love affair on this earth. And they go, ooh, go on, tell me, him or her. Ooh, what is it? Ooh. It's who I am. It's who I am. I'm having the most magical love affair with myself, with my higher self. Because when you fall in love with your higher self, which means, and when you start to work and self-improvement, it means you're working with your higher self. Now, the only way to work with your higher self, right, is through the heart. So the only way to move into a 5D life is through your heart, being connected to your higher self. Your higher self really is the guru and will show you everything, and will give it might give you advice that you're thinking, oh, I don't know if I should do this. But your higher self knows best. So becoming and unlocking your inner power, you need to go in hermit mode and have time to yourself. Actually, come away from your phone, turn everything off, and picture your heart and feel the beat of its heart. And you'll be able to feel it. You'll be able to feel the pulse of your heart. That's a good place to start. Another place is walking barefoot on the grass, being absolutely connected to nature. You see, what's happening now with the earth is people usually went to beautiful environments, gorgeous environments, and had the food there and then and ate there and then on that premises or wherever it was, high luxury or wherever it was. But now what's happening is it's transcending. People, the collective, are now curious about the raw materials, where it came from, where is the source of its being of that food, where's the magic of the land. So instead of being served the magic of the land in a beautiful surroundings of a high pristine environment, yeah, it's nice to have that. But right now the collective is going back and balancing it out with the original source, where it came from, where that food was sourced from. Eating in a natural environment, outdoors, rather than being with the luxury. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having luxury at all. But what's important is not to let it control you, just to be a balance. So connected to the 5D experience, heart language, unlock your inner power and believe. You have to believe, because what's going to happen is going to be so many people along the way that don't understand you and will really start to condemn and judge you and make you feel weird and odd and not part of the group or the clan. Well, you're not part of them anymore, because you found a best friend, and your best friend is your inner child connected to your higher self. I've done many years of people pleasing, so much. And I'm like, I'm 54 now, and I decided a few months ago, I can't do it anymore. What has it really made me happy being a people pleaser? Because I did the people pleasing, I did it overbalance. I did it over the top. But that's because I did that because I didn't really want to work with who I was. I was just going through the motions and not actually feeling the full potential of my higher self. Now, however, after countless karmics and countless curses from different times, which I will talk about that on another time, I've learned and awakened. I still do things that are wrong, and my inner self, my inner knowing, my higher self immediately lets me know, hey, what you doing? Da, 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 da. But it's a magical journey. It's challenging, and it's not going to please everyone. And sometimes you're going to feel like you're a lone wolf. You really will. Because when you begin this, but it's all of human collective consciousness. It's time for us to live through our higher self and live our life through our higher self. So, in other words, we live in the world, but we're not part of it. Okay, I think I'm closing soon. What I'd like to say before I'm closing is that be aware of the words you speak, your thoughts. Words have deeply inset a lower vibration to the human collective consciousness, and it stays within us, within our DNA. So it's all about purification. Mother Earth, she's purifying. At the same time, we're purifying. So there's going to be all kinds of symptoms because you're going to get a conflict of the ego with the higher self, a conflict with the heart and the mind. Ooh, it's just so much, isn't there? Beloved hearts, we are evolving humans that will unite as one collective consciousness to save humanity and to save our planet, our home, Mother Earth. We are caretakers of planet Earth because she's a planetary being. So that is why the only way to get through this lower vibratory level, timelines of lessons after lessons, is to be present in the moment, always feeling, always speaking, always being aware, expressing your words, being honorable with your words, and actioning your words. Words of love, lead by the heart, love by the heart, and most of all, start to activate a new love, the new love within you, and get to know your higher self, because you won't look back at all. It's a magical journey, and we're all on this together. We're all in this together. Remember, unity, consciousness, collective unity, consciousness is now our prime fact is our prime feeling, I guess, on this earth. But to get there, we got to purify, and we have to be patient and not judge, and just keep working every day on ourselves, a nice balance. And then our feminine energy and our masculine energy will no longer be distorted, but be in perfect balance. I just want to say, USA Global TV and radio viewers and E360 TV viewers, be happy, have joy. Make sure you surround yourself with like-minded people, your star soul tribe, your star family, your soul family, people that uplift you and don't take from you, as I mean taking your energy. Thank you so much. My name is Dr. Madalenechan, and I will see you next week. Thank you. Much love. Big love to you all. Bye.